to the Buddies Toastmasters. Good morning and welcome to Buddies Toastmasters. As a reminder, today's meeting is being recorded for member reflection and may be used for promotional purposes. And before we get started, I'd like to share a couple of ground rules. Please place yourself on mute when you are not speaking. Please be attentive and do not interrupt the speaker. But most importantly, support your fellow Toastmasters with your warm smiles and your rounds of applause. So with that, let's have a wonderful meeting. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Mary. So everyone, welcome to another meeting in Buddies. Here we support each other. So Buddies is a Toastmasters club, and Toastmasters is a nonprofit organization that was founded a long time ago in California, where the purpose was to develop speakers and communicators in leadership. Now today, there are over 16,000 clubs, and Buddies is one of them. Buddies started in 2016 as an online club, fully online, with over 30 members all around the world. And today, we find ourselves with a lot of members, new faces, coming together each week to do better as leaders, as communicators, as professionals, and as better people overall. So without further ado, I will pass it over to our Toastmaster of the day, who will be hosting our Speech-A-Thon today in today's meeting. Nicole, please take it over as Toastmaster of the day.
Our Toastmaster of today is Bruce.
Thank you, Nicole. Bruce, please take it over as
Toastmaster. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our club. And just like maybe you know, Toastmasters is a non-profit organization. It aims to help people to develop their communication and leadership skills. And Toastmasters has many clubs in the world, but this is one of them with a special format that is purely online. Buddies has a collection of people from different parts of the world with different races, cultures, and backgrounds. We have around 40 members now. Some joined recently, some joined last month, and even some joined since the club was established in 2016. Why Buddies is such a wonderful place that attracted so many talents in different fields to join us? And what in this club that interests you to join us? Have you asked yourself this question? And what is the ultimate thing that brings us together? And I would like to ask some of our members to share a bit of your feeling about this. Maybe 30 seconds only. I will maybe 3 or 4 members only, okay? Any volunteer? Why you're here? Okay, Tracy, welcome.
Things that bring us together, I think, are like things we have in common. Maybe a wedding would bring people together to celebrate a union of people that they know. Holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving, those are events that bring people together. Sporting events like a football game, you see people who don't even know each other in excitement, hugging and just high-fiving and cheering each other on. So those, to me, are a few things that bring people together. Back to you, Bruce.
Thank you very much, Tracy, for sharing. And any other member?
Yes, I can.
Lucille, yes.
Yeah, hi everyone. Why I like Toastmaster? I will say that I discovered Toastmaster from my country, West and Central Africa, Burkina Faso. And this country is French-speaking country. The first interest was speaking fluently English and increase my communication and leadership skills. But now with Buddy Club, it is really to discover, to have more friends, more buddies like you. I'm happy to be with you, where leaders are made. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Lucille. Thank you very much. Maybe I need one more. How about Vivek? Our past president, Vivek.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have joined Toastmasters because I feel that Toastmasters is a wonderful platform where you can improve your communication, but more than communication, you can improve your leadership skills. And at Buddies, I feel that everyone is very cooperative and people are from all around the world. So you get to know the culture or different speaking style, different way of thinking of different people around the world. That is the thing which attracts me to Buddies and Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Vivek. Thank you for everyone for answering that question and sharing your feeling about that. But actually, I was also thinking about what is exactly the thing that brings us together. I think maybe only one word, that is learning, right? Do you agree? Because we want to learn, we want to improve ourselves. So that's why we're here and we chose to be here. And learning is very important in all the stages in our lives. It gives us a chance to taste various joy on this planet. And I wish all of you will always hold a heart of curiosity and entertain ourselves with experiencing new things, okay? And without further ado, I think I will just move on to our agenda. Today, our meeting is a Speech-A-Thon. It's a little bit different because we will not evaluate the prepared speakers in this meeting, but the evaluators will give written evaluation to our prepared speakers. We also have 3 parts of the meeting. One is prepared speeches, the second table topics, the third is evaluation. First, let's go to our first section, which is prepared speeches. And let's welcome our today's first speaker, Shalima. And let me check your, Shalima is working on motivational strategies path, level 1, speech 2, evaluation and feedback. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose is apply the feedback received from her previous speech. The title of the speech is Shalima isn't here yet, so I don't know. Oh, sorry, that is not the title. Is Shalima here?
Hi, Bruce. Shalima isn't here yet, but we can go ahead and present the facilitators before proceeding with the rest of the prepared speakers.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Well, okay. We also have a team to help me to manage the meeting. Let's welcome them to introduce their roles. First, let's welcome our timer, Nethma. Nethma, welcome to introduce your role.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nethma Hettigedara and I am the timer for today's meeting. As the timer, my responsibility is to keep the track of speech and evaluation time, but we don't have evaluations today because it's a speech-a-thon. I will show you 3 colors to alert you of the time that you have left, green, yellow, and red. For prepared speeches, the time given is from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5, I will make my background green. At 6, yellow. At 7, red. And for table topic speakers, the time is from 1 to 2 minutes. At 1, background is green. At 1 and 30 seconds, it's yellow. And at 2 minutes, it's red. And having said that, I would suggest you to all to pin my video in the gallery so you can ensure that your speech is on time. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Nethma, for introduction. And our grammarian is Denise. Welcome, Denise, to introduce her role and the word and also the word of the day. Denise.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. Hi, everyone. My name is Denise, and I will be serving as your grammarian today. What that means is that I will be paying close attention to the use of the language, the grammar, and some nice phrases that I find throughout the meeting, and I will report out at the end of the day. I will also be presenting the word that we will be using throughout the meeting, and I encourage everyone. Apologies. And the word of the day will be camaraderie. Camaraderie means a spirit of trust and goodwill among people closely associated in an activity or endeavor. I encourage everyone to please use this word throughout the meeting. I will be keeping account. It's a hard word to pronounce, so this is a great opportunity to practice your English pronunciation. The word is camaraderie. There you see, it's hard to pronounce. I'll put it in the chat. Back to you, Ruth.
Thank you very much, Denise, for introducing your role and also the word of the day. And I also hope everyone in this club will always hold the camaraderie in this club and between each other. Now let's welcome our accountant, Shalima. Is Shalima here? Shalima?
No, she's also the prepared speaker, but I can be the counter. Hey, everyone.
Okay. Yeah,
as
thank you.
counter, my job is to see what filler words or what repetitions the speakers are doing. And this is to help them be conscious of how it is that they are speaking so that everyone may improve. I'll report out at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Nico, for introducing your role. Now let's move on to our meeting. The first part, prepared speeches. And since Shalima is not here, I will call the second speaker first. The second speaker is Isa, and she is working on presentation mastery, level 1, project 3, research and presenting. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of the speech is to research a topic she wasn't familiar with and presenting it to the club. The title is Stepping Out of Your Comfort Zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Isa, welcome.
Thank you. May I ask the host to allow me to share screen, please?
It has been allowed now.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'd just like to check if everyone can see my PowerPoint.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Growth begins at the end of the comfort zone. These are the wise words of world-renowned motivational speaker Gaur Gopal Das. As humans, we have this wonderful ability to grow. We could grow not just physically, but we have the ability to grow our talents, our skills, and use those talents to create amazing things. However, we also struggle with feelings of discomfort. And most of us, myself included, often choose to stay inside our comfort zones. And the downside of that is when we stay inside our comfort zones, we often miss out on opportunities to grow. So what is this thing they call the comfort zone? A distinguished business management strategist named Alistair White defined the comfort zone as a psychological state in which things feel familiar to a person and they are at ease and in control of their environment, experiencing low levels of anxiety and stress. So our comfort zone is that safe place, our happy place. And given that definition, why would anyone want to leave their comfort zone? Now, there are numerous reasons, but tonight I'll just focus on two. The first one is it expands your self-confidence. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you open yourself to the possibilities of positive as well as negative outcomes. And in the process, you discover your strengths as well as your weaknesses. You realize that things will not always go as planned, but in tackling these things, you, as I mentioned, will discover your strengths as well as your weaknesses. And in the process, you build your self-confidence. Second, it enhances your problem-solving skills. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you will most likely encounter roadblocks. You will find yourself in situations you've never been in before, and that forces you to harness your critical thinking abilities, your decision-making abilities. And often, as they say, we are forced to think outside of the box. And when we do that, we often come up with creative and unique ideas. We learn new things and we grow. I'd like to share with you a short story. A couple of years ago, my best friend and I planned this trip to a beautiful tropical island in central Philippines called Bohol. We were both very excited to go, but unfortunately, a few days before the flight, my friend had to cancel. So I felt very sad and disappointed. Then I also had to decide whether to stay or to go. But the flights had been booked, non-refundable. The B&B was booked, and we already had our itinerary set. So despite my hesitation and the feeling, I wasn't comfortable with the idea of traveling alone, but the spirit of adventure prevailed. And so I decided to go to Bohol by myself. And I'd like to share with you some photos from that trip. This is Bohol Island, and I got to see the iconic chocolate hills, which the province is so widely known for. I got to explore the white sand beaches that surrounded the island, and they were amazing. I went on a magical river cruise and got to immerse in the local culture. Overall, I had a fantastic time. But there were challenges as well. The whole time, I couldn't help feeling self-conscious. And there was the enormous challenge of navigating the public transportation system in the province, which is quite complicated. There were times when I was standing by the side of a road for nearly 2 hours, waiting for a bus, which I wasn't even sure would ever arrive. But somehow I managed to make it from one place to another. And I learned to be more interactive with the locals. And in the end, it was a great learning experience for me. What I learned from that trip is when you step outside of your comfort zone and try something new, like going on a trip on your own for the first time, there will always be good and bad experiences, but somehow the good always outweighs the bad. And since the Bohol trip, I've been on many other trips on my own, and I now feel more confident in my solo female traveler abilities. To conclude, I leave you with this. Let us all step outside of our comfort zones and embrace those wonderful opportunities for growth that await us on the outside. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isa, for sharing your story and also give a message, step out of our comfort zone. And let's welcome our next speaker. I think Shalima is not here. We will welcome our second speaker, Kenan, to present his speech. Wait, let me check. Kenan is working on leadership development path and level 5, demonstrating expertise, prepared to speak professionally. And the title is How to Enhance Club Quality. How to enhance club quality. Kenan, welcome.
Thanks, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, the Toastmaster of the Day asked a question. He read my mind. He asked the same question. Why do we all think Buddies is a great club? Why do you think members like our club? Why do you think guests are visited here? Not only here in Buddies, whenever I go and give a presentation outside, they ask me, Kenan, you are bragging about Buddies. What is so special about it? What is so special about Buddies? If a club needs to be successful, the club has to have a great quality. Can I share my screen, please?
Yes.
Let me try to put it. All right. When a club has to be good, then if you want the members to visit your club periodically, your club quality should be good. What is a club quality? When you say club quality, it is not a jargon. Kenan is saying club quality. What is a club quality? Let us talk about that. A club quality means, first thing, when a member visit our club, they need to be welcomed. Imagine a situation, somebody is coming to your house. If everybody is turning and doing their own job, will that guest like to come to our house? Immediately you will say, come on, please come, please take your seat. Please, do you want a coffee or tea or cool drink, whatever it is? We offer something. Make sure that guest, whoever is visiting our house, is happily seated and happily enjoyed in a conversation with us. So they feel comfortable visiting our house. Same way, exactly the same way, whenever a guest visit a club, whenever a member or a guest visit our club, we need to welcome. Who need to welcome that guest? Can anybody tell who needs to welcome the guest?
The president.
Sergeant at Arms.
Okay, any other answer?
Sergeant at Arms.
Everybody.
Sergeant
Anyone,
all the club members.
any person can welcome the member, welcome the guest. If somebody is coming to your house, you say, oh, only my dad has to welcome that, or whenever only my mom has to welcome the guest. Anybody need to welcome the guest and make sure the guest is comfortable. We need to make sure the guest is given the situation. Then you can ask, hey, we have a VP membership. Our president is here. Our president will talk to you. But first, make sure you give that warm welcome and make sure, oh, we are buddies. We are a great organization, 4-time president distinguished. We have our own plan to make everyone buddies. We support everyone. You tell all those, then you introduce the president. Our president can help you in doing everything. That is what is important. First is the thing. Unfortunately, I am not able to share the moments of truth. There is a presentation. I will send it by email to all the members. There is a chart and there is a presentation called Moments of Truth. Moments of Truth is a snapshot. Anytime, take at 10 o'clock of today, if we take a snapshot, what is happening? The Moments of Truth will tell you what exactly need to happen. If that is happening, then it is a great quality club. If something is lacking, and we need to improve those areas, I will share it. Unfortunately, I killed one of the tasks and I need to reboot that. I don't have time for that, so I left it. Moments of Truth. First thing is welcoming the guest is important. Second, every member will have a different goal. Bruce may have a different goal. Toastmaster Bruce may say, hey, I want to be a club coach. I want to be a distinguished Toastmaster. Claude may say, I want to be good in speaking. Marina may say, I want to be good in leadership. And I know Vivek is a great, already ex-president. He may say that I have so much of commitment, so I am not going to spend more time, but I want to be enhancing leadership. Involve me whenever I need to be there. He may have a different objective. Just, Madam Timer, my speech is 18 to 22 minutes, 18 green, 20 yellow, and 22 red. Just for your information. You've already shown green. That's why I'm saying. Thank you. So you need to make sure, this is where the VP education, it's a role of VP education, but we'll check everyone's objective, every member's objective, and make sure that their objectives are met. In case Toastmaster Netma, I am not sure whether I'm pronouncing her name correctly, Netma, I am just telling you, in case she wants to say, I want to give a speech at least twice a month, then the VP education will make sure that members' desire is met. So that the member feel comfortable in saying, I can go to buddies anytime, because they understand what they need. They understand what I want to achieve, and all the members are supporting. In buddies, what we say, what is our slogan? We support our buddies. We always want to make sure everyone grows. It is not Kanan who needs to grow. It is not Karen Randalls who needs to grow. It is everyone. We support everyone to grow. That is what is important. That will provide a very positive member experience. If members' objectives, if members' goals are met, then the members will think, this is where I need to be there, because they respect me, they respect my time, they welcome me with open heart, they are here to support me. So fellow Toastmasters, so in buddies, as our Toastmaster asked this question, we are here to support everyone, irrespective of their duration of their membership. Bruce can be a member for 5 years, Kannan can be a member for 5 years, Netma can be a member for 3 months, everybody gets the same treatment. You may say, okay, Kannan, you are talking about the club. Do you think the club will not have any challenge? Of course, club will have challenge. Is 5 fingers are the same? All are different. Different in size, different in strength, different. It can do different job, correct? Same way, when members are met, when different members are engaged, there will be bound to have issues. But that needs to be resolved by the team, so that we all can be, what you can call, we all can grow together. So 2 things I said. One is the club membership experience. Number 2, guest welcoming. Third, if we do not have a proper agenda, if we do not have the proper meeting, if you do not have a proper engagement, will that meeting will be successful? Will that club will be successful? No, we need to have proper agenda, well circulated. We need to have all roles filled. Then only people will say, Buddies is one of the best, because when I go there, I can see the agenda. I can see everybody is taking the role. Everybody is good. The meetings are well planned. And every meeting, we have over 20 members. Today also, I'm seeing there are 24 members. That's a good sign. We have 40 members, but only 50% are attending. But if you have 24 members, you know that the same people are not taking multiple roles. I am a member of another club who is struggling. We have 20 members, only 6 or 7 attending. So people are taking multiple roles. So you know what I mean? Then people will get fed up after some time. They feel, oh, if I have to go there to that club, I need to take 3 roles. I am not ready today. I am tired. So I will not attend the meeting. So third thing, which is very important, is that the meetings needs to be well planned, well organized, and should have fun. The table topics should not be very rigid. Table topics should be engaging the guest. Table topics should be fun, motivating, and I know Buddies is one of the best on that. If these 3 happens, definitely members improve their communication and skills. So this club, as Toastmaster asked why we are staying here, this gives members an opportunity to grow. One thing I want to make sure, the members should not think that paying 6 months, every 6 months, $45, you can grow. You will not. You need to participate. You need to be engaging. You need to be also providing. You need to take the role. You need to make sure that you also work towards your goal. Buddies, other members will support you, correct? You cannot think that other members are doing your goal. No. Everybody will provide the support for reaching your destination. So this is the one thing we need to ask in our general training. How can we attract new members? How can we attract new members, and how can we retain members? No rocket science, no rocket science. We need to make sure by whatever I said so far, that's enough. We can retain, we can also attract members. But there are some clubs, maybe in-person clubs. Actually, our club is now having 3 area directors already attending what you can call, they are all there. They know how it is difficult when they are managing some of the clubs who could not attract more members. So in case you are not able to attract members, you can do an open house. You can call other members, and we can also talk to others. Like Maurice can say, hey, when he is attending a club in Australia, you know what, on Saturday, our Saturday evening time, when you can come and attend, there is a Buddies Toastmaster meeting. Word of mouth. Karen Randalls can say, I know that there is a club Buddies. It is good to meet. Netma can say, you have to come there. Come and test it. You know what I mean? The word of mouth, which will get you more value. Example, let us say, in our own house, in USA, I'm talking about in America. Suppose we want to fix our plumbing. Plumbing, very simple. What we do, we ask our friends, hey, I have a problem. I have a leak in my bathroom. I need to fix it. Do you know anyone who's a plumber? so that I can come and I can ask him to come and fix? Word of mouth. When somebody says this guy is good, so we trust and we go and use that guy. Same way, when a member says this club is good, we say, oh, that is good. Then we have to go and try it out. So word of mouth is important. Other than open house and other things, how the club can attract members is by word of mouth from the members. When members give good things about the club, others agree and they will give a try to attend this. And we need to make sure we need to provide training. Last year, I know actually Dennis, the club president, provided an initiative that every Sunday, I think every first or second Sunday, every month, at least we have one webinar. She brought leaders and she helped us to learn something. I learned LinkedIn from there. I learned some of the things. She brought the webinar. We are also going to do that, I hope. So that way we get not only the Toastmaster training where we give our speeches, we also learn outside the thing, which we can use. LinkedIn, example. PowerPoint, how to use a PowerPoint. There are people like me who are not very familiar to use the PowerPoint in a very excellent way. So there are some training program organized. Buddies did that last year, Buddies is going to do this year. That is one of the great programs, which I love. Another is club officers. When a guest says that, can I become a member? Immediately the VP membership should jump and provide the form and say, okay, if you have become a member, we can take you, we can help you, etc., etc. What VP education can do? VP education understand. Hi, Netma, what do you want to do? The moment she says that I want to give speeches, I am new to Toastmasters. Okay, do not worry. We have a great mentor program. I am going to assign one of the best mentor. Marina Martin will be there to help you, to handhold you to go to the next step. Then the member feel very comfortable. Oh, I want to grow. I have a mentor who can help me to identify the path and who can make sure that I am traveling in the right way. So these are the things that will enhance club quality. Now let me ask some of the questions. Isa, what do you think a club needs to provide you? I'm going to pick up one or two. Unmute yourself and let me know.
Support and guidance as a member of the club.
Okay, Isa, the same thing, support. The support will be provided by everyone and the club officers. You ask for guidance. Guidance will be provided generally by the mentorship program. The moment you become a member, you need to ask, hey, can I get a mentor? Can I get a guide who can help me to travel? There are great guides in our club. But only thing is, as I mentioned to you, it is also the members' responsibility to ask what the club can provide. So you need to make sure that you are engaged very well. I'm going to ask one more person. Prakash, what do you think? What are your expectations from our club?
Yeah, to improve my communication and bring out my talent, so that to get the fullest the speaking ability, communication, and leadership, to improve upon that. That is what I expect from the club.
All right.
And help.
Prakash, so exactly. That is what every member will say. I want to be excel in communication, so I need to provide opportunities. So in summary, I want to conclude this. A great club A club that has the best quality will have the following. One, it welcomes a guest and it makes sure that it engages a guest in table topics. It engages the guest in a proper way. It helps the guest by giving the welcome kit and make sure that they are converted as a member. Once they become a member, understand their goal, understand what they want to achieve, provide them with a mentor or a guidance committee to help them to track their progress. Number three, make sure that the members' goals are met by support, by providing adequate support. Make sure that the club has great agenda and make sure all the roles are filled. Make sure it provides a greatest learning experience. Make sure the officers are engaged. Make sure the club provides trust to every member. And if there are challenges, the club needs to meet and address those challenges without any bias. Fellow Toastmasters, now let me tell you one thing. That is why I feel Buddies is one of the greatest clubs. We have different leaders. For the last 4 or 5 years, I have seen great leaders coming from Buddies, and they have helped us, the club, to grow, and the club will grow because Buddies is doing everything what we need to do. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster. You are mute, Bruce. You are mute.
Thank you very much, Kenneth. Sorry about that. And yeah, I mean, thank you very much for sharing such information to all the members, because it is very important when you become an officer in the future, and this information is all you needed. You need to lead a club. And I hope you learn something from it. Thank you very much. Because I think Kenneth will not be included in the poll. Is not willing to. And our best speaker will be our speaker, Isa, today. And congratulations, Isa, first. And then our meeting will move to the second section, which is table topics, which is very exciting, and all the members and guests are welcome to join. Now let's welcome our today table topics master, Nico. Welcome, Nico.
Hey everyone, I'm your table topics master for today. And for the guests in the meeting, table topics are also known as impromptu speeches. This is the section where members and guests will be able to participate. Because we're at a speech-a-thon, what we're going to do today is something called a round robin. And the way that we're going to go about it is that I'm going to present a concept on the screen. And then I've already divided participants in groups of 3. So since the theme is what brings us together, we're just going to see a little bit about how each person sees that concept, and then what it is that brings us together with that concept. So that being said, if you don't feel comfortable volunteering, that's okay. Just let me know, and then please let me know if you can see my screen. Is my PowerPoint visible?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, perfect. So the first theme is favorite celebration. And our first volunteer is going to be Han.
Oh, okay. What is my favorite celebration? I think I would like to say before, when I was younger, it was probably my birthday, but it probably happens to a lot of people as you get older. You tend to not want to celebrate your birthday so much because it keeps coming around so quickly. And so I would say perhaps now it's more something like Christmas, when I'm not a Christian myself, but it's a national holiday here in the UK. So I think it's really good to just have the time off of work. So that's how I celebrate it, and the time off with family. So I think that is a very nice, I would say my favorite celebration of the year is Christmas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Han. Okay, something that I did not mention, timer, please. Since it's a round robins are a bit shorter than regular table topic speeches. So the round robin should be from 1 minute maximum. So add 30 seconds, a minute and a half would be the maximum time. Okay, and then our next volunteer is Claude.
Thank you so much, Madam Topic. My favorite celebration is the Christmas. Christmas at the end of the year. I am Christian, and I like this moment because it is a way to bring the family together, and we are remembering the birth. It is like a birthday of our Salvator, who is Jesus Christ. And sorry for those who are not Christian, but it is important to me, and it is also the best way for all the family to come back to our homeland, to meet, to celebrate, but also to have an opportunity to discuss and to agree on our structural projects that we want to build for the family. It is also an occasion to have camaraderie with all our friends in the countries, and to connect with them again, because when you are not living in your country, it is sometimes you lost your friend, and those moments of camaraderie is during this celebration. Back to you, Madam Topic Master.
Thank you very much, Claude. And our final volunteer is going to be Alan.
Hello. Well, when I was young, I'd have to say my favourite celebration was the Feast of St. Nicholas, also commonly known as Christmas. But now I'm older, no longer a child, my children have grown up. I'd have to say it's changed in great manners and ways, where it's still self-centered, like most favourite celebrations are. It's not my birthday because I'm getting older and I don't want to know about them anymore. I'd have to say my favourite celebration is the Feast of St. Patrick, when everyone in the world can go and have a good time. Madam Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Alan. Okay, moving things along, we're going on to the next concept, and the next concept is mealtime. Our first volunteer for mealtime is going to be Tracy.
I love food, so mealtime is always something that I look forward to. I know my family does. I also like to cook, so I'm always looking for different recipes to make, things to try, something, maybe putting a twist on things that are local, but also trying out recipes from different countries. I love Italian food, Chinese food, and during the pandemic or lockdown, those things were limited, so I had to be very creative, and that was a fun thing to do because you try to fill your time and think of what you can do to make the time being inside or not being able to go out more fun or more entertaining and creative. So there was always a big deal to me about being creative with the meals so that we could make it a better and fun time during the pandemic. It also brought a lot of camaraderie between me and my family as well, because sometimes they would help me to prepare the meals. Back to you.
Very nice word of the day. Okay, our next table topics volunteer is going to be Nethma. Nethma, I have the timer here so I can time your speech if you want to participate.
My favorite meal time is the dinner time, because at morning both my father and mother goes to work, so we don't eat together. At lunch also we eat the same thing prepared for breakfast, rice, and it's only at dinner we get together to eat. So my favorite meal time is our dinner, so we can talk, I can have a discussion with my family. Back to you, Nico.
Thank you very much, Nethma. And then our next volunteer is Andres. Would you like to volunteer? Oh, I can't see if you're saying something on the camera. And if not, Annie, would you like to volunteer?
Yes, I would love to. Mealtime, I really enjoy having a meal with when I go to a new location or if I move to a new place. For instance, the last 3 years, I moved to I was living in a native Alaskan village in Alaska, and the food there was different. There was lots of culture was somewhat different than the lower 48, but what brought us together was the mealtime and sharing the food and sharing the culture and just getting to know them. And it brought a sense of camaraderie and just showing my expression and gratitude for the meals that were available. I would say my favorite mealtime does always involve a sense of getting to know new people, new places, and just learning more about others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Annie. Okay, we'll be moving on to our next concept. And our next concept is rainy day. Our first volunteer for the rainy day concept is Kanan.
Okay, what is the question? Rainy day?
Yes.
Rainy day. What I like in a rainy day. When I used to be a young boy, I used to dance in the rain whenever I came from school, and all my books and notebooks would get wet. I was not worried. I used to get completely wet, and when I came home those days, my mom used to shout at me, "Why you are so wet? Can you not wait until the rain is over?" Days passed. When my son did the same thing, I became very angry. I used to tell him, "Why can't you wait? Why you are dancing in the rain? Do you have to do the same thing?" He said, "I enjoy doing that." That was before Toastmasters. So I used to tell him, no, you cannot do that. You will get sick. You will get fever. The same Kanan who used to be dancing in the rain changed over the years. When after I became a Toastmaster, I once again felt that we need to have fun whenever you have the time. So fellow Toastmasters, if you are able to enjoy, if you are able to dance in the rain, go and dance. That is the best way to enjoy. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much, Kanan. Our next volunteer for rainy day is Prakash.
Hi everyone. Rainy days. So one of the, I like the tropical rainy days because the mud is dry, and when it rains, the smell of the mud, that I like it very much. So it's a different kind of environment, and the Mother Nature is also gets sprouted and gets the new life when the rain falls and touches to the ground, which soaks, and then the grass gets sprouted and it looks everywhere greenery. I like that beauty of Mother Nature at that moment. So it will be a treat to the eyes when I in back home every rainy days, every look and corner turns to be green, and it's a treat to the eyes. And especially rainy days, we'll have a different kind of foods that get prepared. I like the fry foods a lot during the rainy season, as well as when I was during my childhood days. I used to take the papers and we used to create the paper boat. And when small streams are when starts, we used to put those paper boat and which will flow on the uh, on the stream. So we used to enjoy that a lot. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Prakash. And our final volunteer for rainy day is Isa.
Oh, I okay. Yes, I love rainy days. I love rainy days as long as I'm not going out. But as long as I'm indoors, yes, I love rainy days. There's this relaxing feeling that you get when you listen to the rain falling outside, and you're in the comforts of your bedroom, or having a nice warm cup of coffee, and it just brings it brings a very relaxing feeling. And yes, and it also feels much cooler when it rains, and I love that because in the Philippines it's a hot country. So whenever it rains, I enjoy the cool weather, and I also get to enjoy the coziness of the comforts of my home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isa. Moving on to our next topic. Our next concept is dancing. And our first volunteer is Maurice.
Hi. Yes.
Yes, the concept is dancing.
Dancing. I love dancing. When I was young, I did a lot of ballroom dancing. And now I'm in my age prime. When I go on cruising, I do a lot of dancing, especially ballroom and Latin. 5 to 6 hours at night, every night of the cruise. So I love to dance. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Our next volunteer is Ram. Would you like to volunteer, Ram? And if not, we can move on to Lillian.
I can do one.
Thank you, Denise.
Okay, so dancing. I'm not entirely sure of what the purpose of this table topics is, if I'm gonna say something positive about dancing or something negative, but I can find a midpoint. So dancing is something that since I was very young, I found fascinating because it's the expression of the energy that we have in our bodies in a way that can manifest artistically. So it tells to someone that's seeing you dance, it tells what you have inside in terms of your movement and what kinds of things you like to do, how you like to move yourself, and if that makes sense. So there are many kinds of dances. There is free dancing, and then there's particular kinds of dance where you prepare and you dance. And I have always admired everyone that has the bravery to stand up and just flow or dedicate themselves into performing beautifully in the way that is dancing. Now, ironically, I have never felt comfortable enough to dance at all. Maybe I can dance in the shower. Maybe I can dance in the darkness of my room with lights turned off, if that wasn't obvious. And I think that it's sad that I've never felt comfortable enough to express myself in that way. I recognize that to a certain extent, when you're surrounded by family members that are close to you and they criticize your manifestations a lot, it kind of makes you not want to show it to anyone. Because if your close people criticize you, not in the best way, what are you going to expect from the rest of the people? But I heard Kanan's speech about dancing and playing in the rain, and it brought me back to when I was young and I was free like that. So I will be taking Kanan's advice to remember to always have fun, and I'll think about and reflect on how I can find a way to break those chains of insecurities that hold me tight and do not allow me to express myself and dance freely. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you, Nicole, for hosting this table topic session. I've missed it. And thank you everyone for participating. And Kanan, thank you for inspiring me again to speak up. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Denise. And I would like to see if our next volunteer can be Rihanna.
Hello. Dancing. I'm not as good at dancing, but I think dancing is a coordination issue. Is about your steps need to follow the music. And when you get along with this coordination, your body and your mind dance together. And you, for people who are good dancer, they will become more creative. And dancing is also good for your health. And yes, thanks. Back to you, Nicole.
Thank you very much, Rihanna. Okay, I'm taking a few more minutes than normally because since it's a speech-a-thon, we don't have evaluators. So I'm just going to do the final topic, which is going to be family time. And our first volunteer is going to be Marina.
Well, I am actually, let me just start my time. I am 3 months old and my name is Baladin, well, Bally for short. And a month ago, I was living with all of my brothers and sisters in a big pen, and I was having a lot of fun in this big pen. Because you see, I'm actually an English Mastiff puppy, so I'm still a little baby. And a month ago, 2 humans came to my pen, and they chose me, and they took me home with them. So all of a sudden, I wasn't with my brothers and sisters in the big pen, but I found myself with a new family. I had 2 humans, and they sure made a big fuss of me. And I find myself suddenly on a farm. And not only do I have 2 humans in my family, I have 3 cats in my family, and there are 4 big animals called, I believe they're called horses. And I'm a little scared of them because I'm only a little guy at the moment. I'll get big one day, but at the moment I'm only small. And they tend to snuffle in my fur and they snort in my fur, and I really don't like that. But I am sure enjoying the time that I'm spending with my human parents. They fuss me, they let me play in the sprays, in the water, and they take me for little walks around the farm. So I think that I'm going to grow up to be a big dog, and I'm going to love my family, and I'm going to guard my family and look after my family exactly in the same way that they have looked after me. And I'm enjoying my family time with my humans. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Marina. Okay, our next volunteer, Lucille, would you like to volunteer?
Yes, thank you, Table Topic Master. Family time. I enjoy family time, really. It is the best time for me. Family is very important for me. I remember that my last vacation time, I got opportunity to meet my sisters, my brothers, my mother, and also my family-in-law. It is wonderful. It was really wonderful to meet them again, to have a time to exchange their challenges, the ideas regarding COVID-19 challenge in the world, their perspective. And we also enjoyed to exchange foods, my local food, eating with hands. This is really great. I appreciated a lot this time. But I also love the family time with my closest family, my husband, my children, and my elder children studying far from us. We got opportunity during the last Christmas time to meet together. It was wonderful. I appreciate a lot family time. Back to you, Toastmaster, Topic Master. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucille. And as a final volunteer, how about Riley?
Sure, thank you. Family time. Family time is, I think, something that everyone seems to appreciate, but maybe doesn't even understand exactly why. And when I try to like scope it out as to why family time is important, I think more than anything, it's a time of like the tightest bonding we have during our day, during our week, during our month. And that really means a lot in a world where relationships can sometimes be in passing, right? They can almost be transient as you relate to someone, you're talking to someone. It's hello, how you doing? We don't get into those deep conversations. And that's something that family time really provides us, is a place where it's safe to go into deep conversations, things that are really serious, really important. And also a place where, you know, we feel that unconditional love, where no matter what we say or what we think, our family will love us and will be there to talk through any situation with us. And so when I think of family time, I think of it as a time where we can create the deepest bonds possible. And when we can really restore that time and time again, it creates so much value in our lives. And with that, I think family time is very important and something we all need more of, especially during the times we live in right now. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Hey, Riley. Okay, if everyone in front of your screen can please put your view in gallery view so that you can see everyone. The theme for today is what brings us together, and the concepts that were on screen, I don't know if you were able to notice, but no matter where it is that you're from, no matter what your background, there are things that brings us together with each thing. So with the favorite celebration, the common theme was family. During times of happiness and celebration, everyone loves to spend time with their loved ones. For mealtime, everyone likes to eat a meal together. Everyone focused on eating meals with other people. For rainy days, everyone loved rainy days. Everyone loved because it's relaxing is a common theme. Everyone likes to sit and listen to the rain or dance in the rain or whatever it is that you do, everyone relaxes in their own way. For dancing, the common theme was happiness. So even if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, some people were able to acknowledge that you were just dancing helps you feel better. It helps you feel healthier. Just makes you feel happy. And for family time, the common theme is love. You could feel the passion in the stories of how everyone was speaking. So remember that no matter where it is that you come from, what it is that you've experienced, or who it is that you are now, there are things that brings us together. That being said, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Nico, for leading such a wonderful section. And I'm not sure today if we need, to make it a poll. Okay,
No,
then let's give it.
participants.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so our meeting comes to the last part, which is general evaluation. And today our general evaluator is Han Tan. And I welcome Han to lead that section. Han.
Hi, hello everyone. It's my pleasure to be your general evaluator today. So the purpose of the general evaluator is to run the evaluation section of this meeting. So that will be introducing the facilitators and so that they can give their reports. And also at the end to give my evaluation of the people who haven't had an evaluation yet. So to begin with, usually at this point, we will do an evaluation for the speeches, but this is a Speech-A-Thon, so we don't have that part. The people will just give their evaluations non-verbally, and also we don't have an evaluation for the table topics as well. That's because of the same reason. And now then, we will go on to the facilitators report. So please may I introduce you to give the grammarian report, Denise.
Thank you, Han. Okay, so for the grammarian report, I could count the usage of the word camaraderie for like about 3 times. One was Tracy, one was Annie, and Nicole was the other one. If I missed someone, I apologize. I'll do better with my listening skills next time. I do encourage everyone to continue using this word. It's a fun word to practice, and it brings color to our wording and way of expression. Some phrases that I found or words that I found were very interesting. Isa used enormous challenge in her speech to refer to the transportation challenges. And enormous challenge, that combination brought me to like in front of a huge mountain, a huge big challenge thing. So that painted a really good picture in my head. I think that was a clever use of the words. Also in another speech, we sometimes talk about things getting harder and harder. We could use the word burnout. This is just a suggestion. Remember when we speak in terms of verbs and past tenses, present tenses, future tenses, we want to keep the verb in the same tense. So for example, if we say we need to participate, and then we want to say we need to engage, you see that participate and engage are in the same tense. So that's something to keep in mind when speaking. And just as a general thing for everyone, if you're thinking of getting more of something, you can always say add. Like for example, if you want to say get more value, you could say adds value. So those are some of the things that I could catch. Overall, everyone did fantastically. Their expressions were very wonderful, and I appreciate everyone sharing today. Back to you, Han.
Thank you very much, Denise. A round of applause, please, for Denise. What a wonderful piece of feedback for everyone. So now I would like to introduce our R counter, who is Nicole.
Hey everyone. So the way I do a counter is that I already sent the prepared speakers their remarks for what it is that they do. And I'm just going to give an overall report on things that we can improve upon, whether you're a member or a guest, just so that we can work on our leadership and communication. So some things that I noticed while everyone was speaking. Sometimes there are some speakers who may or may not notice that they're doing it, but they do noises with their mouth. So a common example is this tends to be done when they are during breaks or when they're in the middle of a sentence. They're talking, and as soon as they're breathing, going on to the next sentence, they just keep talking, maybe even be unconscious. So a way to help with this, I would say, would be to have a glass of water close by. And another way is to be, maybe you're doing that to time yourself while you are speaking, to pace yourself so that you don't speak too quickly. And maybe timing yourself in another way with a body part that doesn't appear on camera. So for example, tapping on the table or tapping with your shoe. It would be a workaround to this. I apologize for my very vocal cat. And then another thing that happens while speaking is that when you're transitioning is people use a lot of different filler words. The most common filler words are so, which is something that I struggle with. And another one is so whenever it is that you're trying to go from one sentence to another and you see that you're struggling to come up with the next one, something that I recommend is, first off, it would be breathing deeply. Sometimes I find myself wanting to say the and I just breathe. And I find that just thinking about breathing pauses my thought process and it distracts myself enough so that the doesn't slip out. And the other one is sometimes we say or so because we struggle with getting the word out of our mouth. So finding synonyms to the word that you're trying to say that just isn't coming out would be another workaround to try and get around ums. That being said, that is the end of my report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Nicole. A round of applause, please, for Nicole. Thank you for your advice. It's very, very useful. Thank you for your report. And now, the next person I'd like to call to come onto the stage will be our timer. Nethma, please, can you come on the stage and give us your timing report?
Yeah, let me share my screen. This is the timer's report for today's meeting. Kanan's speech was 20 minutes and 39 seconds. Isa, 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Table topic speakers, Hon, 50 seconds. Claude, 1 minute and 34 seconds. Alan, 53 seconds. Tracy, 1 minute and 11 seconds. I couldn't keep my time. And Annie, 58 seconds. Kanan, 1 minute and 31 seconds. Prakash, 1 minute and 24 seconds. Isa, 1 minute. Maurice, 36 seconds. Denise, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Rihanna, 48 seconds. Marina, 1 minute and 43 seconds. Lucille, 1 minute and 18 seconds. And finally, Riley, 1 minute and 11 seconds. Back to you, Hon.
Thank you very much, Nethma. A round of applause, please, for Nethma. And now I'm going to give my evaluation of the people who haven't had an evaluation yet. So to begin with, our Sergeant at Arms, Mary, gave the ground rules at the beginning. Very awesome for everybody to just know some rules to start off with. And that's always something that has to happen in the beginning of every meeting. And that's always done very well by Mary. Then our president, Denise, started the meeting on time, started the recording, asked for the recording to be started on time as well. And she also described what Toastmasters is about. So that's really something that's very useful for new members, new guests. So I think that's something always very good to start off with. Bruce, our Toastmaster of the day, also did a similar thing describing Toastmasters, but he also went on to describe what is so special about this club. So that's also some very useful information for everybody, especially new and prospective members. He also led a small warm-up session at the beginning, so that was really good. And because this was a speech-a-thon, Bruce also had to introduce all the speakers as well. So at the beginning, he had to go around and find out all the levels of the speakers and the titles of the speeches beforehand. And I think he did a really good job of that. He also did a very good job on being the glue between the speeches. So just passing on the baton between the people. So Nicole was our table topics master after that. And she gave a round robin, which was described very well, the theme of it and how it actually works for people who don't know that. And also she introduced it in different themes, gave different focal points. She gave the timings for the different sections as well for each of the speeches. And I thought it was done very well. She also did it in a way where everybody got a chance to have a speech as well, to just go around to everybody. So I thought that's something that is good, because sometimes you are not sure, do you want to participate or not? If you want to just sit in the background and maybe you're a bit shy, and then if you're just asked sometimes, then you just come forward. And I think that's a really good way of just getting people to practice what they actually come here for in this club. So then after that, our grammarian was Denise. She introduced the word of the day and did a fantastic job as grammarian. And also Nicole was our R counter. She also gave very useful feedback, I found. And she also jumped into that role when Shalima didn't appear. So she did it just off the cuff and just very quickly. So I thought that was very well done as well. Nethma, I think, introduced the role of timer with the colors, and that's always something very useful to do. And she was very diligent at her role. So in summary, I think everybody did very well. And thank you for all smiling at the camera and being appreciative of people who come onto the stage by clapping, giving your support. Everyone was really good. And I would encourage people to come forward and do roles, because when you haven't done a speech for a very long time, when you haven't done an evaluation for a very long time, and you're a bit rusty like me sometimes, then it's sometimes to just come onto the stage and do a little speech. And you can do that by just having a role, because when you do a role, you have to give feedback and you participate. Then that just keeps you in the loop of how these things are run, and it keeps your abilities and your skills in speaking in front of people well oiled. So finally, now I think I will ask for a poll for the best facilitator. And thank you all very much for having me as your general evaluator. It's been wonderful. And now I pass the baton back to our Toastmaster of the day, Bruce.
Thank you very much, Han, for giving a very comprehensive and detailed report and feedback to everyone. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this meeting. And I really like this meeting because everyone performed very good. I do hope everyone in different occasions, and we have different purpose to be united. And in buddies, I think we just help each other and we support each other, and we grow as a confident speaker together. So I hope you will enjoy your time and your journey in buddies now and the future, and even the past for some old members. I believe Toastmaster and especially Buddies is an amazing place. Why? Because I had a cold. I got a cold before the meeting. Now I feel better because my nose is not clogged anymore. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, back to you, President Denise.
Thank you, Bruce, for hosting today's meeting. Thank you, facilitators, for supporting. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. I hope you had a great time. So here in Buddies, we take advantage of feedback. That's one way that we can be aware of what we're doing, what we can do better, and how to pursue excellence. So with that in mind, I would like to ask some of our guests to please provide feedback on our meeting today. Do we have any volunteers? Annie, would you like to share your thoughts on today's meeting?
Yes, so I thought it was well organized, well structured, even when things don't go as planned, like as if a speaker doesn't appear, like you're able to impromptu and have the meeting run smoothly, which is, I think, great.
Thank you, Annie. We value your feedback on structure. We truly do. Okay, let's see, Isa. I know you're a member, but I would like to hear from you as well, if you're okay with that.
Hi, Denise. It's nice to meet you for the first time.
Likewise.
As a new member, I joined and observed for in a few meetings before I joined, and I observed that there were many very good speakers in the club. So that's one thing that interested me, and I also like the club's diversity, and it is structured. I have a club, and sometimes our meetings can stretch up to 3 hours. I don't know why, but yes, I love the Saturday schedule, and I love that our meetings are more concise and structured. So I'm having a great time, and I'm learning a lot from both the speakers and the evaluations that I get to listen to every week.
Thank you, Isa. Thank you. So yeah, sometimes people in Toastmasters like to share. I think that's wonderful. It's also a challenge, keeping time management. So thank you for your feedback. We appreciate it. Prakash, do you have some feedback?
Hi, this is my second meeting. Last week I attended, and this is second time. I really like the proceedings and the transition that happens between the Toastmaster members on different roles, as well as I like the table topic, which even last week also there was an opportunity for everyone to speak up to enhance their communication skills. So I am had to pick up on that part. I'm also trying to do my best on table topic, how I can speak on feet. So still learning, figuring it out. So, but I felt this is the best platform to, I come only for this Toastmasters. I didn't attend any other Toastmasters club, but I liked about the current proceedings and the way organized. So I'll continue to attend and eventually becoming a member. Over to you.
All right, thank you for that feedback. We look forward to seeing you grow here. I've seen quite a few people gotten better. Sometimes we have a few setbacks, but we always come back strong, and that's what moves us and continues our progress and makes us to come back. So thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see who else we have here. Alan, are you still there? I know it's late for you.
I'm still here. It's bright and early Sunday morning.
Okay. So how did you like our meeting?
I enjoyed the meeting once again, as per normal. I was ashamed to see a missed opportunity, but
Which one?
well, one of the speakers didn't turn up.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
that was an opportunity for the VPE to offer that speech position to another person.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We will definitely look into that and try to have some system in place so that we can, have someone take the opportunity. I know Kanan is always emphasizing the back pocket speech. I'm not sure if anyone had one of those, but we will definitely, yeah.
I'm going to pick on Kanan slightly here. He's kept on mentioning doing a speech every 2 weeks, 2 speeches a month. That's well and good, but this club has 40 members.
Yeah.
That means you physically have to have 10 speeches in every meeting if everyone wanted to do 2 speeches a month.
Yeah, I hear you. No, definitely we need to touch on that, emphasize it a little bit more, because we want to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to speak and that everyone takes advantage of the opportunities that we have, like today. Thank you for that feedback. Is there anything else?
One thing to every member in the room, when the speech became vacant, because the person wasn't here, why didn't anyone put their hand up to do it? To take the place. I want you to all think about that.
Yeah. That's good that we reflect on that. Sometimes we just need to jump in, and seize the opportunity. Train of opportunity comes and leaves. It doesn't come back.
Everyone missed it tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have another member here that I am missing? Or any member that wants to share their feedback for today's meeting? If no, you can still do it after the recording stops because it's 31 minutes over the hour, and that would mark the end of our meeting officially. So this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming, and we can stop the recording.